Hello everyone, it's Yogi here. I hope you're well. And it's peaceful, beautiful Sunday. And it's evening in the UK. As usual, it's about 8:30 p.m. Oh, I'm ready for a spot of stitching. I hope you are as well. So today, the whip of my choice is this beautiful piece, and it's by John O'Brien, one of my favorite artists when it comes to cross stitching. And this piece is called Hotel Serenity, and it was known to me as a hat shop, and I'll show you the markup so you know why that is. This is it. Absolutely beautiful. And this is one of the European street views. John O'Brien is kind of known of, and particularly Paris street view as well. And I believe this is one of them as well, even though this one does not have Eiffel Tower. But if you look to the right side of the markup there, you can see that beautiful pink dress there. And it's a hat shop. So I think the company that charted this artwork called it a hat shop, which is appropriate. But I preferred Hotel Serenity. I can't speak. It's late. It's Sunday. And it's also, I believe, is the original title of the artwork. So in terms of the progress, so this is a cross-stitching kit, one of the 4 I've got off Amazon over the years. And this one, I think I got it just before COVID, or maybe in the very beginning, I cannot remember. And I didn't work on it for a little while, and then maybe did a little bit, put it aside, focused on Heaven and Earth 25 count projects for a long time. And then maybe in the beginning of this year, I suddenly remember I've got these beautiful projects and being, kind of slightly neglected. So I picked them up one by one, and also to refresh and reset from, over 2 years of sort of even weave 25 count stitching. And it did the trick. I love it. So this is where I am right now. I know it's not a lot, but it counts, right? I've got, considering how many active webs I've got ongoing at the moment. So I'm very happy with it. So I finished the first page before I managed to transfer the pattern over to Saga, which is digital form. Previously, I was working on scanned paper pattern. So the kit comes with paper patterns, and so now I've got it on my Saga, so I'm free to move wherever I want. But the last couple of sessions, I've been focusing on this area on the left here. So it's the first page on the second row, and I'm kind of vaguely respecting the border, the boundary of the page, but I might go rogue and start to flow to the right. You can see this happening a little bit already. And let me show you some numbers there. So currently, if you look at the bottom upper left there, it says progress. I'm currently about 5.2% there. So not too bad at all, not too bad at all. And the number of colors involved is 54. So this one, unlike the other, maybe all the other 3 have blend colors. So this one is just single color, 2 threads. Okay, the other ones had sort of 3 or 4 blend threads, which is quite interesting. So from here, okay, let me create a new sprint here, brand new, and I'm gonna leave the name to default. It doesn't matter. So this is essentially a counter, and this will capture every single stitch I'm going to make during this stream. And at the end of every stream, the regulars know that we play a game called Guess My Stitches. And if you're new to the game, come join us. It's good fun. It's good fun. And, everybody has their strategies and formula to try to be a winner every single night. It's good fun. So here we go. And let me come back to this view. And I want to say hello to everybody here in the chat. Hello, hello. And if you're lurking, come forward to say hello. And you can go back and lurk again. Okay, it's allowed. It's allowed. I'm more of a lurker myself when I go to streams as well. So I totally understand. And, well, let's see. Who have we got today in our chat with us? The first to report to the chat is our Rajao. Yes, hello everyone with happy stitching every day. Absolutely, totally agree. And then we have Landria as well. And Landria says, hello, Rajao. Yes, I just love the fact that you love each other's as well. And get along so well. Landria says, evening, Rajao. I hope you're well. Yeah, I bet Rajao is excellent. Now she's back with us. And, Landria is starting a new job tomorrow. My goodness, 5:30 start. I remember those days. Maybe not quite 5:30, but 6:30. I did 6:30 a.m. for a very long time. So I hope it goes well tomorrow. How exciting! Yes, and come back to tell us all about it. So. And we also have Callum as well. Callum is back with us. Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Reporting to the chat there. Wonderful. And we also have, let's have a look. Kate is back with us. How nice to have you. And Donna Mary as well. And everyone's wishing Alandra the best. Yes, absolutely. I'm sure she will be perfectly fine with our support. And Clara as well. Hello, hello. And Bess Williams, welcome back. Pirate is also back here with us. And who else have we got? Everyday Crafter. Everyday Creator. Hello, hello. And Brittany's back with us. It's a Sunday, yes. And Turtle Stitcher as well. Heather, welcome back. And Homestead Knitting as well. Are you knitting today or are you stitching? Lona says, hello, Yogi. Hello to you, Lona. How wonderful to have you. And Sarah. Oh, of course, Sarah. Sarah is providing our quote of today. Yes, it's you are unique and beautiful person. Be strong and believe. Absolutely. If you believe, if you glow and confidence flows through, and you look great. It's a perfect natural makeup. Yes, confidence and peace. Thank you so much, Sarah. And what else have we got? Yes, Kathy. Kathy's here with us as well. BLT, Betty Lou Taylor. Yes, bacon, lettuce, and tomatoes. Delicious, delicious. And strange coming from a vegan. Callan, okay, Suzanne is here. Hello, hello, good to see you, my love. And Frida as well. Janine, welcome back. And our Susan, of course. Yes, come back here to roast Yogi as usual. I'm ready, bracing myself. And Leslie as well, welcome. And who else have we got here? Wendy is also back. And Jamie as well, good to see you. And Michelle Fuller lurking again while traveling home. Yes, we keep you company. And Gay is back as well. And Ring is also in the chat. And Natty as well, beautiful Natty. And Heather House as well, and she says, greeting friends, happy stitchy Sunday indeed. And Fliss Floss, I can say it today without falling over the chair. Watch me. Yes, Monique as well, welcome back. And Henny S is back with us as well, and Siobhan as well. Let's have a look. Karen Sutherland. And who else have we got? Rachel Morton, how good to have you. And Miriam as well. Kimberly is back with us as well. And Six waving to everybody. And who else have we got? I want to say hello to everyone. Mara Miller. I want to say hello and we'll return to listening and make broccoli cheddar orzo soup for supper and then stitch along. That's a plan, a grand plan there. So how wonderful to say hello to the chat and everyone here, Mara and I hope you enjoy your stitching today with us. And Busy Mom is also there here in the chat. Oh guys, welcome, welcome. And yes, Peaceful Sunday stitching. And you know, whenever I feel like I just want to have a reset and just, just go nice and easy, I come back to one of my 14 kits here, and I love these pieces. It's just like, 14 counts, big stitches, and nice and easy, and also beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And all these 4 projects have back stitching, so it's something in the back of my mind when I'm stitching. I know at some point I will get to a stage that I want to come back and do some back stitching. We have a back stitching party. I know some of you don't like it. You can just watch Yogi doing it. So here we go. Let me bring on my work mode here. And let's get started. And guys, let me know what you're working on today, guys, in this beautiful Sunday. And this is this pattern is actually a complete kit. So the fabric, 14 count, 8 dye, came with a kit, and also the floss as well. These are Egyptian cotton, yes, and I love it. Every single type of threads have their own characteristics and personalities. So these are Egyptian cotton, and slightly different from DMC, and DMC is also different from CXC as well. I love to try them all. There are a couple of other ones I would love to try at some point. You guys have been raving about. So here we go. Let's get started and get warmed up a little bit, okay? It's a little bit like yoga class. You start with the easy warm up with the joints and the spine, and start breathing Ujjayi breaths for me. All right. So what happened up to this point was, when I started this section, I was actually parking. I think I was doing some sort of Gemma's method, and the reason I sound unsure because it was a while back, because I was working on the second page a little bit, and decided to come back here because it looks exciting. I go where like Simon goes, and so I had tons of part threads a couple of sessions ago, and I started to clear them up. And now, last session, I managed to clear pretty much everything other than these 4 little threads here. So I'm ready to clear them up and stitch them up, and then I can go easy cross country. Okay, no parking. I think I'm feeling no parking at this point. I might change my mind. I always change my stitching method here. It makes everything fresh and exciting. So, and talking about parking, have you guys, Joyce, right? Stitchy Dachi. She had a new video. I know, she's so sneaky. I think it just freshly came out of the oven. So check out Stitchy Dachi's video. She introduced a new method. I saw a little bit of that on our Facebook group. If you haven't joined our Facebook group, come join us, okay? So, she had Joyce has a really neat method of not parking, but managing part threads. So if you're like me, I'm messy. My part threads are everywhere like this, and I just try to bring guide them slightly away from my area and do it. And she's got a new method. Go watch it. It's really, really clever as usual. I'm not surprised it's coming out of Joyce, because who else will come up with the idea? And I love the name of the method as well. So go watch it, okay? It made me laugh. It made me smile a little bit. And it'll probably make you smile as well. So, and let's have a look. Okay, oh, Too Snowy has joined us. Welcome. And Laura as well, and Brandy as well. Oh, good to see you guys. Come join us. Come join us. So, here we go. I am going to start. So this is easy. I'm going to just start to clear off these 4 little threads here and get everything in order. So let's have a check here. I think there's already one there that's not marked on my chart. Let me go and mark it. I don't know why this bit is not matching up. This one is I think it's this one over here. Let me just mark it. You know, sometimes particularly when I get to the end of a stitching session, things start to get a slightly, sloppy. Sometimes with part threads, I forget to mark, or I just mark in the incorrect location, like this one. So I do have one stitch already that was incorrectly marked instantly. So here we go. Let's correct that, and let's start warm up these little hands. So let me double check if this thread is correct. My feeling that it isn't. I don't know why this thread is here already. I need to solve a puzzle. I think it might be this one. 3801 or not. I don't think this thread is correct at all. There's no stitches of this color in this area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it off. This is the best solution. If you can't solve the puzzle, just, hide it. Clear the crime scene, okay? So here we go. Let me resume. So this one doesn't exist. And let's start with this one. I tend to start from the outer edge and going in, so I don't run into other part threads. Here we go. So all right then, 355. 355 is our first color of the choice, first victim here. 355, and I'm looking forward to our first spooky bingo today. Here we go. So the colors, they're fully compatible with DMC, so it's the same. So I'm doing two. Oh, why did I pick a new thread? I've got a part thread, seriously. Oh, here we go. 6 says, do you love typewriter method, Yogi? I do. I use it in different ways. Sweet Shop, for instance, I started with typewriter, and I went pretty far with it. And then until I changed my method, of course, I go rogue. I've got a deranged, bastardized version of typewriter as well. And I sometimes use it within a block as well. You know what I mean? And I kind of just incorporate it from time to time to keep the edges. If I want really tidy edges, particularly the top edges, I use typewriter. Yes, I do. It's from Stitching Mummy. She's the OG of that method. Cassie says, stitching on supersized max color treasure hunt bookshelf. It's for my bookworm daughter. Oh, I bet she will love it. She'll have to wait for a little bit because it's a massive piece. And it says it's supersized as well. But I bet, the satisfaction is not the completion. Of course, it will be satisfying. But I think every step of the way, every single bit of images and stuff that emerges through the stitching is a form of completion. So for me, a page's completion or a block is a completion. So you do not need to wait till 100% to feel happy about your stitching at all. And that's why I'm not particularly, worried about completion, because if I just move forward, at some point it will come. It might be 200 years away, but I'm here for it. Okay, so I'm not worried about it. I'll turn into a vampire so I can stitch. All right, so I think I might move down a little bit because There are a few more, not too far away, so I want to use up. I might go slightly further with my stitches here. And before I do that, I want to redraw some of the lines here. They're going slightly fadey. So if you use this type of pens, they do fade a little bit after a while. So all you have to do is just, let me recount. Why does it feel slightly shorter? Paranoia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't look completely square. It looks slightly sort of rectangular. I think it's just the fabric. So you draw a clear line there. So this fabric actually has a slight tint of blue as well. Not too dark. Very nice. Okay, I think we're good. Maybe a little bit more here. Much better. And oh, actually, I'm gonna start to grid one more row here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Try not to blink. And if you worry about the blue ink, don't, because this pen is water soluble. So you just dab a little bit of water and all the lines will disappear. Let's have a look what everybody's working on. And Suzanne is working on Unicorn Valley. I think it's a sour piece, right? And she says, I might switch to traveling library later, but kind of tired, so I'm not sure. Oh, you will feel so much better. And I want to stitch more. Now you're here with Yogi. Yes. The more I stitch, the more I want to stitch. That's how it works. So moving down one block away. Oh, Callan's making a Grim Guard. I made a couple of them. Maybe I made 4 of them in the past in different sizes when I was using Q-snaps. I don't anymore, not at this point because of the tension. I can't get the tension I want. But yeah, I made Grim Guard. I was, deeply into all the things the stitchers do. I watched YouTube video, learn how to make it. I know I just buy it, but it's quite easy to make, isn't it? With different sizes. And there's a formula that you can apply. And so I made a few. It's good fun. 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I'm not too worried about guarding the fabric, to be honest. So if I keep my fabric on the hoops, I just keep all the hoops inside a big bag, like canvas bag, and keep them safe there. So they don't really get dirty or anything or damaged. So far so good, and it's quite easy as well. So because I switch projects so much, Grim Guard is not really that necessary. Gay is working on Beauty and the Beast, Castle, and almost 5%. Amazing. Brittany's working on supersized max color library of dogs. Oh yeah, I forgot about that piece. What's happening to the cats? And a cup of coffee. Yes, I have a cup of coffee as well. Nice and hot. In the flask. Waiting for me. I can't wait. I can smell the coffee. Start stitching and smell the coffee. Two. I just love John O'Brien's pieces. I wish more of his work is being charted, because I kind of browse around his artwork and he's got tons, and some are so beautiful, but not all of them are charted. A lot of them also are very popular for jigsaw puzzle players, so kind of envious. They're probably more jigsaw puzzle pieces than cross-stitching pattern. So here we go. I managed to use up the entire piece of the part thread there. So I'm going to move on to the next one. It's lovely actually. And once I clear them up, I'll be able to just go wherever I want, picking different colors. There are some fascinating colors. It's a building, but there's quite a lot of pink and orange colors. It's beautiful. Let's scroll down, see if I missed anybody here. And Mandy Moran is joining us. How nice. And Simone as well. Oh, Brittany says the cats are coming. I know, but now we have all three pieces of the traveling library pieces. I'm kind of hoping that it might come. You know, it might be drops. Kind of taking time. Amy, take your time, okay? Don't rush. We're good for now. Even though I'm very curious about that piece. And Karen says we'll be working on Beltan butterfly today. Yes. Hey, Rochelle. Good to see you. And Sarah says, I'm not stitching today. My marathon starts in the morning. So it'll be good to take a little break before it starts. Sarah, you don't need breaks. You're going to be, you know, no sleeping for 48 hours anyway. Is it 48 hours? Oh my goodness. This is a problem with extreme sport. You know, once you've done 24 hours, you go, whoa, what's next? Wow, let's double it. Supersize it. Now it's 48 hours. And yeah, Sarah is going to be... Are you going to sleep? Are you going to take a nap? Or are you in a sleepless group? They have sleep, the ones that sleep and the ones that don't sleep. I don't know how you manage that. Nikki has joined us as well. Hello, Nikki. And let me know, guys, if the stream is normal, is streaming normally, because I'm getting some strange messages from YouTube saying the reception is somehow bumpy. It happens from time to time, even though my speed is pretty good. Can still happens. I'm going to just stick with this area on the left here. And Tracy Duma is here as well. Oh, it's been a little while, hasn't it? And so good to have you. And Vaduhi is here as well. Hello, hello. And Clara is working on discounts from the Hate 2025 style down to the last 2,500 stitches. Oh, now it's, raised to the finishing line, isn't it? But you've got a little bit of time till the end of December. And then start another one. That's how it works. The cycle starts. Yes, supersized marathon. And let's have a look there. And Nikki, what are you stitching on today, alien? Seriously. I love the sound as well with 14 counts. When you pull the thread through, you can hear that very distinctive fabric sound. I love it. So relaxing. I don't know why that is. Why do we love it? And apparently, even people don't stitch, they like the sound as well. I wonder why that is. Here we go. And you can hear a little bit with even weave, like 25 counts, but not as, not as clear. 14 count is lovely. Here we go. Another one bites the dust. And this one's so short. I'm thinking, okay, it's just a couple of stitches there. I was thinking even maybe I just snip it off to make it easier. But I'll give it a go. I'll just fill in these 2 stitches and then end it. And then I can fly. I can go wherever I want. Wendy, hello, says, I'm working on Stitcher's book club and drinking Dr. Pepper Zero. Yeah, nice. My guilty pleasure is Diet Coke. I try not to have too much, but, maybe one a day or every other day is okay, isn't it? I don't drink, I don't party. Give me a little bit of Diet Coke, Here we go. Done. All 4 pass threads clear. Beautifully done, Yogi. Now I can go wherever I want. Lovely. So let's review the situation here. And Rochelle is working on Traveling Library. It's 3.54%. My goodness. I'm barely 1%. Just give you some idea. But I love it. It's so pretty, isn't it? And I love my starting area as well. Let me have a sip of my coffee here. Wendy says, a project at work is ramping up and I've been staying late. or going into work on Saturdays. This has been cut into my yogi time. Oh, Wendy, you need to file a complaint against them. How could they? How could they take you away from yogi? That's just not, it shouldn't be allowed. Karen says DMC is Egyptian cotton. I've been told that as well, but definitely the texture of this, maybe just different version, different brand of Egyptian cotton. I don't know what this is. It's different from DMC. If you stitch it, you definitely know. Maybe in terms of material, I think so, they're both 100% cotton, but it stitches differently. And this one, I can only describe, because with DMC, if you pull a thread and release it, it will start to curl up a lot more. Whereas this one stays a lot more kind of quite relaxed. So even though I think the material might be the same, they're made differently. So definitely stitched very differently. And less shiny as well. I talk about this with particularly two strands. With DMC, I almost don't want to stitch anything that involves two strands with DMC, because you can see the shininess of the stitches a lot more, and it's kind of not necessary. So I prefer either this one or CXC if I stitch two strands, larger stitches. It's my personal preference. And Beth says, more work on my Lady Knight chart, the Lioness, from unconventional cross stitch 25/1. And looking for my next start. We all do Beth. I know. Michelle Fuller is offering Sarah some power snacks. Yes, absolutely. Power snacks for power stitching. And you know, well, I don't know if Sarah can resist a few stitches. You know, she's here with us. Everybody's stitching. You know, you want to, Sarah. Maybe a little bit of a warm up, you know, for tomorrow. Here we go. So Sarah, with your marathon, can you just stitch anything you want? Or is it some sort of, is there any sort of, you know, Sao-like patterns that you stitch together? Can you literally just go, hey, I want to stitch, I don't know, damn kid. Here we go. So let me pick my next victim. And I can go wherever I want. And normally, what I do is to invert my chart. So I can just pick a color I like. The only rule I have is the new start color has to connect to one of the existing stitches, or, you know, most of the time. So I'm not wandering off far away. So I will try to pick one. But once I pick a color, I can go wherever I want. So that's my own rule. Why don't I work on a little bit on this end? Very nice. So 3328, 3328, 3328. Nice. Hey, Janine. Janine says, I just walked into my stitching room and my cat got hold of a catnip toy and I had on a bookshelf to sew. Oh, you're making a catnip toy yourself. And now there's catnip all over the room. Oh dear, I can totally see it in my eyes, because it's a very likely scenario. So you're making a catnip toy yourself, and of course your little cat will find it and destroy it. But it's okay, they're going to go around and just lick it and eat it all. and go crazy, of course. Oh, hang on. You see what I've done here? I just thread it just with one strand. It's supposed to be 2 strands. Oh, seriously. And you're supposed to fold it in two strands. Oh, fold it over so I get 2 strands. It's muscle memory. If I do a lot of single strand, I just go and do it without thinking. Simone is here in the chat. Welcome. Going back and forth. Let me scroll back. Way behind, way behind. If I haven't said hello to you, it's me, it's not you, okay? And give me a little wave, I'll come find you. Let me move it slightly to the right there. Oh, Tracy Dumas says broke her hip, but it's okay. Oh, I probably lost. I'm reading it totally out of context. As usual. Who broke her hips? Oh dear, I hope that everything's okay. I'm just reading it totally out of context. Hello, finding my southern roots again. Angelina, yes. Very good, very good. Model viewer here. Not only she's reporting to the chat and also remind Yogi of her name. Yes, because she knows Yogi cannot remember anything. Yes, Angelina Jolie. Yes, yes, that's my mental connection with finding my southern roots again. Welcome. Yes, well done, Angelina. Clara says, I limit my diet 0 to 1 a day and I get smaller bottle. I don't like canned soda. Oh, yes, you need to be a little bit disciplined because it's so good to drink. So it's very tempting to have more, particularly in the summer. Yes, smaller can is a smaller bottle is probably a good idea because it's that hit of fizz. That's the best, isn't it? The rest is just finishing the bottle. Listen to me. I sound like an addict. I'm sure it's addictive because it's got caffeine and whatever else that's in the Diet Coke. That's why it's my guilty pleasure, because I know it's probably not the best, but I love it. You know, give it to me. Give it to me. One, two here. And I tried diet zero because Nikki was talking about it, and I gave it a good go. I had a few, but I think I'm still the classic Diet Coke girl. Zero just tastes, I can't describe it. It tastes different, and I prefer Diet Coke. Let me see if there are more stitches here. Literally, the next stitch is slightly far away, so I am going to end this thread here and come back later. I don't want to wander too far at this point. 3328. I might change my mind. 3328. I'm gonna pop my needle back. Karen says DMC is double mercerized, which makes it shiny. Well, I just think, you know, particularly if you stitch anything that's paler colors like white or cream, it just, DMC just has this really unnecessary shine. So sometimes it's not as noticeable if you stitch 25 single strand, for instance, 25 counts. I don't mind it with 25 counts with DMC, but if I ever use it for double two strand stitch 14 counts, which I did for my Valentine project, Valentine Nook, I had to restart because I just didn't like the finish at all. It just feels like, why is it shiny? It's just white. It's a color. I don't want the you know, glossiness. Janine says, working on my Christmas angel stamped kit, so close to finishing her face. Oh yes, I can recall the massive piece. I'm trying to find Nikki's update. What are you working on today? I probably missed your... Oh, lost in the portals. Yes, Nikki, you're going to get sucked into one of the portals, okay? We'll have to send out the search party, but I'm not sure how successful it's going to be. We're talking about portals, and we don't know which one you've fallen in. So you could be in the kitty portal or the night view portal. What are the other ones? The ocean one, the tortoise one. Oh, it's going to be a long journey before we find you. So bring your you know, GPS device and wear sort of bright colors so we can spot you. Sarah says, I don't know anyone in person who stitches. You mean people around you? Really? But you've been stitching for a long time though. Maybe I'm reading out of context. Again, I'm just scrolling up and down and just butt in, you know. Yes, because Sarah is a veteran stitcher. I'll be very surprised if you never found anybody who stitches. Maybe not this type of project. Claudia, hello, hello. Claudia says, hello, finally made it and finally stitching, working on Chiro Marchetti's The Old Kitchen and the Quick Stitch Kitten from Hade, or 310 today. We might meet at some point with 310. Might have a spooky bingo at some point. So good to see you. Claudia, if I remember correctly, are you not starting a new job as well? So people starting new jobs everywhere. It's exciting. I like new jobs. 315. And also I was working as a contractor, as a designer. So if you don't like new jobs, you can't do the job because you're moving around a lot. And that's why I liked it. I don't like a permanent position, you know, you're there for years and years. How boring. Here we go. $315. Hey, Ebony, welcome. Full house today. All my favorite people. That's all of you, by the way. Beth says, the dream is having some in-person stitchy friends to sprint with. To sprint with? How do you sprint with stitching? Like running and stitching at the same time? Oh, guys, have you seen those videos of some really fierce Russian ladies? They do sprint. in high heels. I ask you, it's real. It's like some sort of alternative marathon. They do. They literally run in high heels. I don't think it's marathon. I think it's sprint, like 200-meter sprint or something. And these ladies literally in super high heels and run. Some fall over. Are you surprised? I'm not. But it's a tradition. And also that reminds me, we have in London as well, and maybe in the UK, other places, that it's called, I can't remember what it's called. It's basically marathon. Maybe it's not a marathon. It could be half a marathon or, quarter, whatever it is. But you run around to different points, the route, the marathon routes. And then at different points, they have beer stations. So instead of water stations, you stop by and you drink beers. And then you have a few sips, well, I don't know, maybe half a can, and then you keep running to the next station. Today is all about marathons. Sarah, you started it. That reminds me, there's some alternative marathon going on. You can do it in high heels, or you can just drink as you run. I don't know which one's better or worse. Yes, Nikki, put on the safety gear so we can find you, See you later, Sarah. And, carb load, do some carb loading before your marathon there. And good luck, and come back to tell us all about it. We'll just keep going, actually. Going down. Claudia says, I'm starting a new job. I have one more week before I go back. It's like having a little vacation before I go back to work. That's the best one, isn't it? Best bit. The job is there waiting for you, but you have a little bit of break. I love that bit. Yes, in between break. Enjoy it. I'm so happy to have you here. And, I'm being a little bit adventurous here. I'm bringing all the way down. Janine says, I don't know anyone who stitches in person either, other than my mom, which is why I love these lives so much. I know, that's why we're here. I think, we were talking about this the other day. Do you feel like you're the only person, the only stitcher in the village? And I think a lot of us do. And even if you know other stitchers, not everybody's doing this type of stitching, isn't it? So it's just so wonderful that we found each other and, want to come back and stitch together every day. It's a beautiful thing. Three more stitches here. And I don't know anybody else that stitches. I know people who knit, a lot of knitters, but definitely not a single person I know that do this type of stitching, or even just cross stitching. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think. I know some friends who knit, but not really embroidery. And let me end this one down here. So nice, really nice to stitch this. Something about Ada, it's just so reassuring. Let me take a sip of my coffee here. Bear says, running and stitching at the same time sounds dangerous. Or really fun. She says, I'm too clumsy for that. A stitchy sprint with friends would be wonderful. I try and do as many stitches as possible in a few hours. Oh, it's like a competition, is it? So you start at one point and count 3, 2, 1, and you start stitching and see how many stitches, who can make most stitches. Oh, I'll probably come in last. I have no problem with that. Oh, I see. Callan says, I don't know anyone either, but I show my friends images and she will like, and she might be able to get her into it. Probably not though. I think this type of full coverage, if you never stitched before, is probably a little bit intimidating. But I think if you show them a nice sampler, you know, like a little sampler of a cupcake, they'll probably go, yeah, I can give it a go. So, because if you show this to me before I learn how to cross stitch, I'll probably run away. It's like, I can't see those stitches. Well, these are not too bad, 14 counts. But if you show them 32, how about that? Just go, yeah, just go and do this. Yes. They'll probably, you know, never call you again. And disappear from your Facebook, you know, friend list very quickly. Abony says, my sister has done the run with beer stops. Yes, I know. I did a really short one back in those days when I was running a lot. And we're kind of trying to find different weird sort of races to go. I never done a half marathon. My goal was to do at least a half a marathon, but I never managed. And but I did a lot of 10K. I did a lot of 10K and 15K, and I did a lot of weird competitions as well. The beer ones and the wine one. That was a wine tasting one. Sounds slightly pompous, but it was good fun. It was good fun, and you know, gradually just start to slow down, but getting more and more happy as you run. It's supposed to be more painful as you run, but if you know, running with alcohol, oh, things just get slightly merrier. Yes, Albany has done it as well. I know maybe it's popular in the UK. Maybe it's a UK thing. Before we know it, it's like Christmas pudding. You know, just when you think everybody's having Christmas pudding, lo and behold, it's just here. Oh. Let's have a look at this one. Next one. I think that one, for some reason, I missed. Just one stitch that I missed. For some reason, 3853. I'm going to just patch that quickly. 3853. And who will be doing running in high heel? You know, super high heels. Claudia says, when I was much younger, I used to run with a hash house Harriers Club. Oh, tongue twisting. The runs were light-hearted, and the real goal were the cold beers at the end. I might consider running if that there was a beer. There was beer. I know. And also, you know, it probably numbs the pain a little bit. You just keep running. Michelle Fuller says, I have a friend who stitches. It's great to discuss our project and we feed off each other's excitement. Nerds. I know. This is why this stream is so much fun, because we have endless stuff to talk about with stitching and non-stitching stuff as well, running with beers, drinking beer. That's one. But we have, endless stuff to talk about when it comes to stitching. And, it's amazing. This type of conversation is not really possible if you don't know any, real life stitchers. Oh, this needle does not like me. So normally what I do is just switch to a different one and hope for the best. Hello, Natty. Oh, Natty has bought the wedding dress pattern. Yes. So Natty, which one did you get then? Did you get the artsy one, or did you get the one I have with back stitching? It's lovely, isn't it? It's such a pretty whimsical pattern. All these are like that. I'll say all my projects are just whimsical and warm to stitch. That's why I do not stitch skulls. Okay, Brittany? Brittany's stitching skulls from the soul. It's better you than me. There you go. 3853 waiting for me. Rachel says we have donut runs. Oh, okay. Donut. Oh, that's a nice one. Yes, delicious snack run. Rachel says we have donut run near us. We run 2.5 miles. That's around 3K. Eat a dozen of donuts. Run 2.5 miles back. It's quite gross to watch, but it was delicious, I bet. Well, the thing is, running toward donuts is one thing, but running back with donuts in the belly, that's another thing. Oh, dear. Lona says, stitching helps me with ADHD. However, I have quite a few whips. I had stitched 100 to 200 stitches each on 5 different projects yesterday before my mom got up. Wow, 100 to 200 each. 5, that's 1,000. 500 to 1,000, Lona. That's a lot. We might need to put you in the alien club if you're not careful. You might find yourself next to Sarah and Nikki and all the other aliens. And Cassie says there's a group meets at the local library on the last Saturday of the month. All welcome. So, are they stitchers or just craft in general? That's nice to have a local meetup like that. And particularly, if people going regularly, you make connections. And you might make friends, new friends. How nice. Here we go, 720, 720. I think knitting clubs are probably more common, sort of real live knitting club. They're more common than stitching. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just knitting is more accessible. You can do really chunky knitting or crocheting. And I've been to a few kind of workshop type of thing as well. There is a company, I think it's UK based as well. It's called Wool and a Gang, and they do knitting kits and quite fun projects as well. So I've been to some of their workshops. It's good fun, but it's not something that it's not all the same people all the time. It's just random people come to different workshops. So it's not there isn't a strong kind of community feel. It's more of a just a get together. It's a fun thing to do from time to time. Nikki says, Rachel, that sounds gross. I think running towards donuts sounds good. And this is running back. I'm not too sure about a dozen of donuts. Rochelle says, I felt very lonely as a stitcher before I found Yogi. Very grateful to you. And there's a shop in my neighborhood that does embroidery classes and have circles, but they don't allow cross stitchers. Really? So cross stitching is not part of embroidery. And Rochelle, so nice to have you. I as much as you found me, I found all of you as well. How nice is that? And we have a stitching club daily meet up every day. And you just drop in and we have a chat and stitch together. How nice. And I love the fact that you all get to know each other as well. This is what it's all about. Oh, Janine says, Yogi, I missed this, but what count Ada are you using? Mine is on 14 counts. And Janine says, I like going from my Ada stamped projects to my 25 or 28 counts even with project for variety. Same here, Janine. So this is 14 counts. So 14 counts is the largest I ever done. It's sort of lowest count I do. I'm curious about 11 actually. I haven't come across any projects that calls for 11 count. So with 11 counts, you probably have to go for 3 strands, right, for the coverage. And you probably don't want to do it on a large pattern either. You're going to end up with a duvet. Yeah, 14 counts feels very nice, very nice. I like 16 as well. 16 actually doesn't feel that different from 14 because I did the Halloween project, my Halloween project on 16. It stitches like 14. Not that different. And Karen says the craft group I go on Mondays today. Oh, and has a range of crafts, but I'm the only cross stitcher there. But I also have cross stitch group that meets once a month. Oh, very nice. Yes, Karen, it's sometimes just maybe just seeking them out because they're probably quite hidden. There's a app called Meetup. That's probably a good one to go for if you want to find real life groups. But sometimes, even if there are groups out there that meet on regular basis, you probably can't make it to every meeting all the time, and maybe there are random people coming in, and so yeah, it probably takes a little while before you feel like you're part of a group. But that's the beauty of streams like this. You can just tap in, even when you're doing other things, you can be part of the conversation, you can be part of the experience. It's a lot easier to fit in to your life. It's such pretty, pretty colors. Janine says cross stitching is a form of embroidery, so it's rude they don't allow cross stitches. Yeah, embroidery, I don't know, is that because they think cross stitching is very easy to do, you just do a cross, whereas embroidery, it probably needs more skill. I don't know. Oh, that's rubbish, isn't it? Yes, of course, cross stitching is a form of embroidery. Oh, I'm way behind. Let me scroll forward. If there's anything you need me to answer, then just put a question mark or something so I can see it, okay? Nikki says I might stitch the skulls. Nikki is just trying to upset Yogi. She's stitching. She actually doesn't like calamaris at all. She's just doing it to get Yogi go. Oh, you, Nikki. Now she wants to. Now Nikki wants to stitch skulls as well. Yeah, go for it then. You probably need a few skulls in your portals. Can you incorporate those skulls in one of your portals or something? And Betty Hankins is here as well, if I haven't said hello already. And Serena says, night night, going to bed, see you tomorrow. Yogians. That's a new term. Yes, night night, Serena. Enjoy your work tomorrow and come back to us when you're home. Nighty night. Lovely jubbly. Let me just quickly grab something here. Right. Let me see. What color should I go for next? Hello, Roxy. Wow. And Roxy Wow says 14 count is my best friend. I know, it feels like a cozy little yes, it feels like a definitely they're all my friends, but 14 count just feel like coming home. It feels good. Nikki says I went into a needlepoint store in the city I was visiting and asked if they had any cross stitch. She asked me if that if that was still a thing. What? But needlepoint is not that different from cross stitching in terms of concept, even though needlepoint is 10 stitching or half stitching. Oh, that is just not right. Is it still a thing? Yeah. Hey, Joyce. Hello, hello. Joyce, I saw your new video, okay? Yes, the strangling method. Guys, go watch Joyce's new video, okay? The strangling method. You will love it. 3830. And Joyce is in top form, as usual. Whoops. Mara says, the only running for donuts we did was when I work at a truck factory, and they had free donuts for workers. And did you have to run for it though, Mara? We just walk. We just walked casually and grabbed some donuts. Nikki. Oh, poor Nikki. Yes, Nikki regularly goes to her local DMC racks, at the shops, and try to find other stitchers to connect with, but she never found any. Oh, poor Nikki. Yes. Oh yeah, we're rare breed, and even within cross stitching world, this type of stitching is quite niche as well. So yeah, we're like, I don't know, some sort of strange creatures, even within the embroidery world. I was cross stitching on and off since I was a kid, and it took me probably only just 1 year into the lockdown, so we're talking 2022-ish, that I've realized that you can, it was the first time I discovered the parking method. It was just like totally alien to me, and I was so shocked but fascinated at the same time. I just didn't know. I didn't know full coverage to start with, and also parking method. And my world was just turned upside down. Didn't know what was happening. And Janine says, I have a cup of 11 counts, but I don't like it. It's starting to look too rock-like because you have to use so many strands. Yeah, I think typically it's probably 3 strands, right? I'm just thinking if I ever do that, no chance I'm going to do it with DMC because DMC is so expensive here. I'm going to use up my entire set in no time. No way. Yeah, I think if I ever do 11 counts, probably something smaller, something almost like, I don't know, like a small pattern. I wouldn't want to do a large one like that. Betty says, may want to check out the group Full Coverage Fantastic Fanatic. There may be a great resources to find local stitches in your area. Yeah. Have a look. Where am I? Here. One stitch over here. Mira says, oh yeah, that's a good point, isn't it? Mira says, all the good donuts were quickly gone before the donuts went. Yes, I mean, you know, if there are different types of donuts, different flavors, I bet all the popular ones will be gone first. And you're probably left with some sort of strange flavor ones. I don't know. I bet Krispy Kreme, you know, what is it called? The plain ones will probably go first, and chocolate ones will probably go first. Okay, there's nowhere else to go with this color, so I'm gonna end it. And Lizzie says, my parents have been cross-stitching since I was a small child. My mom was doing it as a child in 50s. And my dad, when he married my mom, and back of his project are uber neat. Oh, yeah, so both of your parents stitch. That is so rare, isn't it? Not only you have people around you that stitch, they're your parents. That is so nice. A stitching family. Four stitches here. 3801. 3801. So if you're wondering which area, what is happening in terms of pattern, you know, what I'm actually stitching, let me just show you the markup here so you have some idea why I want to stitch this area going down here. So it's part of, I think it's a gallery. So you can see a picture there. That looks so exciting. Two paintings there. So that's why I want to come down to the second row and start from here. It's just very, very, very pretty. So that's where I am. So the next color is 3801. 3801. I do have one threaded. Roxy says, I've seen 11 count ornament size kits. Yeah, that sounds about right. something small, right? So when if the work is actually quite thick, it's almost better that way if you stitch something like ornaments. Yes, that makes sense. I wouldn't want to do a super size heaven and earth project. 11 counts. Two more here. Whoops. One more here. Rachel says there's a dozen glazed donuts. It's called a Krispy Kreme challenge. New York City State University near me. Yeah, I bet. Maybe it's sponsored by Krispy Kreme, right? Wouldn't surprise me. Here we go. Oh, that's looking good. So well charted, beautiful. The colors just beautiful. Janine says, I got my mom into cross stitching and it has been great. She's only 40 minutes away and we do it once a week together. That is so lovely. I wish, I can get my mum back and we can stitch together. She's going to be shocked with the parking method. Yes, I know. My mum taught me how to knit and crochet, but she was never a stitcher. And to be honest, I was, very occasionally do a small piece of cross stitching. It wasn't one of my main things, Um, but yeah, I love just hanging out with my mom and just do some cozy craft together. I miss her so much. 606. 606. I think the bond between mom and daughter is just so special. Can't be replaced by anything else. I don't care what they say. It's not the same as even if you get along with your sisters or have the best friends. The bond with your mom is just different. Oh, Callan has bought a diamond painting project for her mom. Oh, and before you got into stitching, yeah, get your mom to do stitching as well. That'll be good fun. And get her to watch Yogi as well. So you can all hang out in a chat together. I know what, that'll be so cool. Two more stitches here. The colors are so pretty. There. Oh, I love it. Heather House says, my mom passed 13 years ago, and every day something reminds me of her. I miss her so much. I'm with you. I'm with you. My mom passed, I think it was 2016, and it felt like it just happened. I just cannot believe it's been so long. And everywhere I go, I see my mom everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. I know. But at the same time, it's wonderful to miss someone so much, isn't it? It's it just shows how much you love this person. They miss this person so much. Yeah, I'm with you. Here we go. Let me move up here and do a little bit up here. Oh, nice. So this one actually defines the shop window a little bit. That's a nice color to pick. 3860. 3860. It's a brown. Because every time when I, hear any of you or friends talking about, oh, I just went out with my mom doing this or the other, just mundane things. And I'm just so envious. So envious. I wish I could do it again. Oh, Nikki, are you the only child? Wow. I wonder what how it feels like to be the only child. And Nikki says, my father passed 20 years ago, so I'm the only one in her family here in the States. Oh, referring to your mum. And I think, people talk about being the only child, you get all the attention, but at the same time, you get all the responsibility, right? Because I remember when my parents passed away, I was so grateful to have my brothers as well, because I was just thinking if I had to do all the things I had to do in order to take care of everything, I don't know, I'd be broken. And I was close to broken anyway, even with all the help. So yeah, you probably get all the attention, but all the responsibilities as well. Callan says, my grandma was pretty much my mom, and I miss her so much. I'm so heartbroken she didn't get to meet my son. Yeah. A lot of people are brought up by grandparents. It happens a lot. Because maybe the parents have to go out to work, and you get to be raised by your grandparents, so they're your closest people. Oh, Claudia is also the only child. Hmm. Nikki says it sucks being the only child. That's why I have 5 kids, all girls, and now a grandson. I can't believe Nikki's got a grandson. If you look at Nikki, she looks like in her 30s. Maybe she is. Maybe a very young grandma. So now Nikki wants a big family. I get it. As Lizzie says, there were times I wish I was the only child. Well, I never wished that actually. Of course, I had 2 brothers, and they kind of stick, together and bully me from time to time when I was growing up. But I never wish I was the only person. I wouldn't want that. I love having siblings. Here we go. Let me finish this color here. I don't want to wander too far out of my comfort zone. I can see the window shaping there, on the left there, middle left. Whoops. And a sip of my coffee here while it's still hot. Hello, Belinda. Claudia says, I love being the an only child, but I'm also a menace or a single child. You know, your manners. I do worry a lot about what I'll be like when they're gone. I'm on my own. I don't have kids. It's just me and my husband. No, you're not just me. You and your husband. It's you plus and your husband. You know, I don't know if I ever want children. It's not really in me. And I don't know. I think instinctively I kind of know that, and my partner as well. So it's kind of important thing to be in sync with. I don't know. I don't see myself being here to be a mum. I think sometimes you just know, but yeah, But even with siblings, when both my parents were gone, and they were gone, within very short space of time, within about 4 months, I went from having two parents to none, to zero, and even with siblings, I think that the sense of being kind of orphaned is pretty strong there still. So I don't know, having siblings will help with that. I mean, yeah, it's just one of those things that, yeah, it's a strange feeling to feel like I don't have parents. It's so weird. It's really weird. Callan says, I'm the baby in my immediate blood siblings, but I have younger step siblings. Yes, and also being youngest is kind of, slightly different position as well. I'm the second one. I'm the middle child, so I don't know what that says about me. Nikki, I would have thought you're the oldest child. I didn't see you as the only child. Because Nikki feels like a natural leader. It feels like that to me. She's got that sort of, leader of the pack kind of presence there. That's how I read it. Oh, Belinda. Is Belinda in the world of frogs? Have you got a visit? Belinda? No. Oh, is it me? Oh, is it me? Are you talking about me? Oh, no. What are you talking about? I'm just dipping in and out of different bits of the chat. Let's go for, if I stitch anything incorrectly, just close one eye, maybe close two eyes, okay? Close both eyes normally helps when it comes to frogging. Claudia says, Yogi, we both knew the kids weren't for us, and we're not sad about not having them, but I wonder what life would be like when just two of us. Imagine it would be grand. Imagine it would be grand. Well, I don't know if, I think you would be fine. Well, the thing is, you have a life partner there, and that is, for me, that's, I feel very lucky to find someone that I, want to have a life with. And that's enough for me, to be honest. And when I imagine, probably since I was very young, probably, 14 onwards, when I was thinking about life, ahead of me, I never imagined my future to have a family in that shape or form, like having children. It was just never in me. And I remember talking about this with my mum, and my mum goes, oh, just wait till you're 20. You'll change your mind. And 20 came and went. Didn't change my mind. I felt very clearly in my mind. And my mum just go, oh, just wait till you find a person you want to have children with. It just never happened. I actually actively seek out people who don't want children because I don't want to mislead them, This is a very fundamental thing. And so I was always been very upfront and transparent about it. I don't want to go, oh, maybe I do, maybe I don't. And they try to change your mind and, it doesn't work out. It's just not fair to people. So I always made it very clear. There's a strong likelihood that I will not have children. And if you're okay with that, we can, maybe hang out. But otherwise, you need to find someone else. 3A61. 3A61. Bess says, I'm also child-free by choice, but I'm lucky enough that some of my good friends have kids, that I get to spend loads of time with them. I love them to absolute pieces. Yeah, that's nice. Kids are really nice when they're not yours. Bess. Because all the hard work happens when they're not behaving or things kind of go wrong or whatever, day-to-day maintenance. Which you don't have to do when you are just, like a big friend. They take them to, Disneylands and McDonald's. I'm going here, I think. Oh, no, up here. No, there. I'm actually going up a little bit more. Let me find my spot here. Yes, I think I'm good. Natty says, I just bought 6 patterns today. Oh, goodness. What are they? Please share so we can enable everybody here to buy some as well. Oh, Natty. Janine says, I never had kids either. I married Kate in life and I knew we didn't want kids unless I found my life partner. My brother had 2 kids, so I'm close to them. I married Kate in life. Is that, I don't know, maybe I misunderstood it. Is it a person? Or is it a cat? I don't know. Susan says, so you just acquire 6 new children. Yes. They probably stick around as long as children do, in my case. They're probably going to stick around for 20 years. Every single whip I have. Another one here. Belinda, have eyes closed. Suzanne says, I'm the oldest, and there were 4 of us kids, but only my one brother and myself now. Yes. The connection with siblings, can take different shapes and forms because both my brothers, they have families and they have kids, so the lifestyle is very different from mine, and yeah, we just made different choices in life and we get along really well. I think, you just start to understand. I think with parents as well, when you're younger, you kind of look at them feeling that they have to do all the right things at all times. But the more grown up you become, you realize they're just humans trying to do the best. And humans are flawed, very flawed. And I'm flawed as well. A lot of times you don't realize you're just as flawed as them. So, just a lot more understanding actually. I think as you grow up. That's the grace of growing up, of time. 4 stitches here. Janine says, pets are a blessing unless you walk into your car room and there's catnip everywhere. Oh, the catnip situation. Yes. I think I missed one stitch there, so I'm gonna fudge it by stitching this color over it. Okay, keep your eyes closed, or maybe not, because that's more orange. Okay, I won then. I was going to just fill in that stitch on the left as well, but I realize it's continuation of this orange color, and I don't want to ruin it. All right then. And particularly 14 counts, it's more noticeable when you fudge like that. I'll try to be good. Nikki, the uterus started to plan my demise. So I had to go. But 5 is plenty. Do you not think? I think you're good. I think you're good, Nikki. What about basketball team? How many people in basketball team? Is this 7 or 6? I don't know anything about basketball, but I don't think it's a large team. And football as well. I don't know how many people. Is it 9 or 7? I really have no clue. I'm just thinking, how many more does Nikki need to form a basketball team or football team? All right, let me end this right here. There you go. Coffee time. Let me just have a sip. Oh, so Natty's been shopping with pain-free crafts. Dangerous, isn't it? I sometimes just go into sort of an artsy as well, just to look around, and I'm kind of grateful. The It's kind of hard to browse. You have to browse by themes or artist names, and the website looks like it's kind of built quite a few years ago. So, it doesn't kind of just pop up with suggestions or recommendations, which is very dangerous when they do that. You just go, oh, that looks nice. Janine says, my phone is having autocorrection. It's used to. Yeah, sometimes, autocorrection and keyboard, they just go rogue. It happens. Right, let's have a look. Well, I'm enjoying this. Nice and easy, and it's, shaping up really nicely. Perfect for Sunday. 152. 152, yes. Let me take a new thread. 152. Claudia says, I'm 44 this year and I still don't feel like an adult. With my job in HR, I'm often looked to for a final decision. And I'm always looking around like, you trust me with adult decisions. But the thing is, I feel like a big child as well. It's quite weird. When I was a kid, I never felt like a child. I felt all my, kids of my same age. I just feel like they're so childish. What are they doing? Watching those, silly children's programs and do kid things. But as I grew up, I felt like, I'm a big kid. I'm, just do kid stuff. A lot of time being really childish sometimes, if you ask my partner. But yeah, but when we go into a workplace, I think we just kind of transform into a different role. Not that we're pretending, but it's like sometimes, particularly in the beginning of me teaching yoga, there's almost a what do they call it? Imposter syndrome. There were moments, particularly the first year, when I started teaching, transition from being a designer in this kind of technology world to a yoga teacher. For the first year, from time to time, in the middle of me teaching a class, I caught myself almost like from the third angle. When you have a first person perspective and you have the third person perspective, and suddenly the camera angle just switched to third person. And I looked at myself from that angle and go, are you sure that you can teach? Or start to, just having self-doubt right in the middle of teaching. It doesn't really happen anymore because I think I've found the kind of authentic area, sort of space to be a teacher. But in the beginning, when you're learning the craft and trying not to, mess up things, there were moments I literally caught myself in the middle of a class and looking at myself, and yeah, it's you have to decide whether to panic or not. But I think that kind of questioning is probably healthy. I think for people who don't have that, occasional third person perspective, is probably dangerous because you cannot see what's going on. I think it's probably a good, good thing to happen. So you don't take yourself too seriously. Because ultimately, all we are is just individual souls and human beings trying to be out here, finding our own places, and try to do good the best we can anyway. So that could take, different shapes and forms. And for Claudia, is working HR, making grown-up decisions. But I'm sure you're doing very well. Let me have a look here. I think we're good. If I look away and come back, I lose my spot. That's how bad it is. So if I look at the chat and come back, I literally have to find my spot again. Lona says, I buy the catnip spray. That way, no catnip strung all over the house. I have tried the spray as well. I don't think it works the same though. My cats didn't react to the catnip spray as much as just herbs, dry catnip. Why, Belinda? What's happening? Callan is being sensible. Callan says, I want more, but I need to be realistic on what I actually able to stitch. Guys, we need to work on Callan. Well, I mean, it's one thing buying patterns, right? You can buy patterns as many as you want. The question would be, do you intend to work on them? And I think maybe part of us, when we buy a pattern, we always do. I don't know. There's a balance somewhere there. I don't collect them. If I buy a pattern, I want to work on it at some point. So that's why I don't have hundreds of patterns. But I have enough. Claudia says, Yogi, I know what you mean. You have to develop a person for your work. It's you and just the work version. But it can feel like you're faking, even though you really are an expert. I know. But I think that kind of questioning is healthy, though. You don't want to go forward without even kind of check on yourself. Some people are like that, though. They are so deep in playing the role, they become that thing with no perspective, and that's when it becomes a little bit dicey. The people start to kind of lose perspective, and that's why some people behave like you know why, you can fill in the blank at work, because they just get sucked into a role fully. and not thinking that, yeah, you're just a normal person. Nothing wrong with that. That is doing a thing just like everybody else. Claudia said, I'm very good at my job, but I feel like my true life calling was to be a kept woman. Sally, I married my husband for love, not his bank account. Well, your husband will be glad to know. And husband is like going, well, is my bank account not big enough for you? That's hilarious. There you go, 3727. It's a pink. 3727. I'm gonna have a new strand. Beth says imposter syndrome is so hard. Sometimes faking it until you make it can actually work. Yes, I think that there's a lot of truth to that. You need to be able to kind of overcome that self-doubt. I think, a healthy dose is good, but if it's too overwhelming, you start to think, well, what am I doing here? I can't do it. But eventually, it probably drives you to either give up or to find that how I describe as kind of an authentic place. Because particularly with yoga teaching, a lot of times there's a lot of self expectations from teachers, new teachers, to kind of be profound and trying to help everyone and be the guidance of, everything. And you have to say really profound things and, to inspire people. And that's when it starts to go pear-shaped if you're a teacher, particularly new teachers. It's about knowing that that's not what you're there to do. That's not my role to be the inspiration of everyone. No one's role is that. It happens if you are being true to yourself. You could potentially be that thing, but it's not something that you do. It's not a doing thing. And also, if you deliberately just want to say profound things, I think the students can sense that. They can spot it. And as a student, as a practitioner of yoga, I know. I always know the teachers trying to be profound without any, well, not any, that would be harsh, without sufficient amount of authenticity underneath. Because when you say those things, if it feels like just nice thing to say because it sounds good, I can detect that. We all have that sensor in us to feel like someone is being, real or not. It's not so much what they say. And eventually you're as a teacher, hopefully you will realize that it's not your role to be the guidance of everybody. No one can play that role. All you can do, I often think about myself as a voice, just a voice. I'm just there to kind of create a space that people can practice in, and the rest is up to the students, because they have to, they're responsible for their own energy, the way they think. All I'm here to do is to give them enough information that they can work on whatever they try to work on. It's the body, the mind, whatever it is. But it's up to them. I can't make anything happen. So once I realized that, and realized that I'm not here to be the guru, things got better. You know, I think all the new yoga teachers will probably go through a phase like this, thinking, oh, what if I run out of things to say? You know, what if my student can see that I'm actually not very experienced? That kind of stuff. But eventually, hopefully, you'll find a place that's real. And once you find that, it doesn't matter what you say. You know, it's not about the words. It's about, you know, who you are, what you bring to your classes. And then things become easier, because in the beginning I was worried after every single class. I was questioning, run the entire class through my head and trying to figure out, did I do okay? And it was exhausting. And now I don't do that. Once I finish a class, I let it go. It's no longer in my system. I move forward. So Claudia says anyone can have imposter syndrome, but there are already so many voices in the workplace telling women they don't know when they really do. Well, it's probably depending on the line of work, really. I have to say I'm very lucky that I never felt like that at work. I work in IT, 99% of IT are men. And I never felt like I was somehow oppressed or discriminated in any way. But it could be how you interpret the situation as well. You know, if there's any challenging situation arises, do you interpret that as because you being a woman, or it just being challenging? So it's kind of up to you. I'm not saying discrimination does not happen, but sometimes it's probably not very helpful if you narrow into that way of interpretation. So Lizzie says there are fine line between strength and confidence and arrogance and conceit. Questioning yourself keeps perspective. No one likes to be a know-it-all. Absolutely, Lizzie. If you stop questioning yourself, then you're in the danger zone, seriously. But that perspective is a conscious effort to maintain, because sometimes you can get sucked in, particularly if you're in a position you get praised a lot, or being in a powerful position, particularly at work. That's why a lot of powerful people or famous people, they turn into something else, because they lose perspective. When everybody says yes to you, then you're lacking that, feedback, that healthy feedback that says no to you. And being turned down or rejected is normal. It should be part of your life. If you go for a job interview, someone says no to you, or in a relationship, someone decided that they don't want to be with you. It feels bad, but it's healthy. You need to have some of that in your life. Otherwise, you're in trouble. So it's good to be rejected from time to time. If it's all the time, yes, you need you need to review the situation and know why that is. But, you shouldn't be afraid of rejection. I know it doesn't feel good, but it's necessary. Jackie, hello, checking to say hello, making dinner now, and then we'll get back to stitching on traveling library. Very nice. Oh, Lona. I hope they can come up with a good treatment, rehab, or whatever it is. A lot of things they can do nowadays. Suzanne says 8:10 tonight. Amazing. Whoa, that's alien territory. Very close, Suzanne. Tread carefully. Nikki says, Jackie, I used my code for the traveling library last night. Oh, that sounds like a threat, Nikki. I used my cone. The cone has come out. Yes, the appearance of the cone. 310 cone. That sounds very scary. 554, 554. Five, 4 here, I think. Callum is buying a cone of 310 as well. I think if you're doing traveling library, you probably need a cone at some point, considering how many stitches they are. And particularly if you do, like, you know, color completion type of stitching like Nikki. Oh, you're going to use up your 310 pretty quickly. Claudia says, Yogi, you're right. Company culture plays a lot into who is drowned out. Since I'm in human resources, I see more than most and tend to assume it's lurking everywhere. Yeah, I think it's the byproduct of particularly the more I say older type of company. By that, I simply means majority of the large corporations, because they've been around for a long time and they're structured based on a sort of older idea of how large companies should be formed. It's tiers of reports, middle management, and you know, people basically just want to climb the ladders because they have to, because how else do you get anywhere with a large company where you're just a number, right? So in order to do that, you want to climb up. So in a way, it's two ways. On one hand, you probably attract certain personalities, you know, people who want to be in that kind of environment. And secondly, it probably creates some monsters along the way, because in order to survive in that kind of structure, and I have to put myself in that system as well, because I worked in large corporations for quite a long time. But at the same time, there's some sort of inner battle in me for many years. You know, being a designer, I'm slightly unique in the sense that I'm not trying to be a manager or anything like that. So I'm there to provide a skill. But at the same time, I'm amongst a lot of people, really, their whole life goal is to report to their bosses, to make them happy, and then try to manage, it's a terrible term, manage downwards, and try to get people to do the work which they cannot do. And I'm talking about specifically of management. And that's a very old-fashioned way to structure a large company. So because you create a lot of dead wood, I would say, you know, people are just there as part of the system. They're not really contributing to production in any shape or form. So I think Apple was probably the first large companies to change that. So Steve Jobs actually brought in a very flat structure. Literally, everybody was reporting to him, because the whole concept is that if you have so many people, of course you need to create hierarchy, because no one can have 300 people reporting to one person. And that's the whole concept, because the problem they have is they recruit people who need to be managed. You see what I'm saying? So why do you need managers? Because you believe everybody needs to be managed. Whereas I think Steve Jobs' idea, yes, he was a control freak. Okay, I agree with that. I read his biography. Maybe he wasn't very likable. But he knew that if you want a company that doesn't require 20, 30 managers just there to manage people, you need to hire people who can manage themselves. Very simple solution. Hire people who are motivated, who have share the same vision as you, and want to do work for you and think for you. Done. They don't need to be managed, because they manage themselves. So you don't need layers of report, and you get people more passionate about what they do. So I think, all those people who are sort of corporate creatures, they are the product of that structure. And I hope it will be gone, because the newer companies, they have to work in a different way. Otherwise, they just end up with people who want to climb ladders because they're there, and it can be very toxic, because they're literally fighting for their own survival, because they know they're not really contributing to doing. So they have to manage. And yeah, it's a terrible, terrible system. And it's going to die out. I think it's going to die out. Hey, Captain Squirrel. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Let me pick my next one. $155, a very pretty purple. $155. No spooky bingo so far. Not yet. 155. Janine says, I had an accident yesterday and spilled soup on my floss cards. I hope that it was good soup. She says, if I soak them in water, will the floss fluff up to where I can't use it? Or shall I just throw it all out? Oh, so you spill the soup on your floss. Guys, what do you think? Can you wash the threads and just dry them like laundry? I suppose you can, can't you? If you just hand wash, because people hand wash finished pieces. If you do it gently, I think it should be fine. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Claudia says, I would do a trial with one of the flossers and see if I don't think they would, since you can watch. Yes, that's what I think. Since you can watch your project, but I don't know for certain, me either. Is it quite a large amount? If it's a large amount, it's worth a try. If it's just, a few strands, maybe just let it go. Saves the trouble. But if it's like a whole set, then yeah. Such a beautiful purple. Natty says, I would love to do a Stitch With Me marathon and do a new start. Yeah, Natty, was that you? You said you did a 24-hour marathon on your channel or something like that. 24 hours. Did you sleep? And Nikki says, maybe iron them. Maybe not directly, right, Nikki? Maybe a layer of fabric on top of them, so you don't iron it directly. I think. I don't know whether the heat is going to discolor the threads. We move it to the right a little bit. Oh, it's 24-hour diamond painting with no sleep. Nutty. Yeah, some strong coffee that you're drinking there, I bet. So, okay, so it's diamond painting. Oh, I have to check this color. Why does it look pink on my chart, but it looks brown over here? Oh, I'm slightly worried. Hang on. Let me finish this color. I just noticed. Claudia says, I've ironed DMC, no fabric layer. I just did medium heat and didn't really press too long. Okay. So it's okay to iron directly. To ease the creases from bobbing. Lona says, ironing threads will shrink them if they're cotton. Huh. Oh, Natty. So coffee is bad for diabetics? I didn't know that. There's no sugar in it, unless you put sugar in it. That is bad. Oh, I love my coffee. If I had to choose food and coffee, I'll choose coffee. If I had to choose one of them. That's that's how bad it is. Oh, so Nikki, so you just use the hair ironer or whatever it is that people use for to straighten hair, and you use that on floss. That kind of makes sense. But but they tend to be quite hot, don't they? Miriam says, if you want to wash your floss, I suggest you put them in a bag, like what you use for stockings or socks, so the threads don't tangle too much. Oh, a lot of tips coming out. Yes, it is a great idea. Nachi says, funny thing is, I did a 24-hour live for mental health awareness and ended up questioning my sanity 20 hours in. Oh, it took you that long. I say 10 hours in, you're gonna go, well, am I still here? Oh, that's so funny. For mental health awareness, but that's so nice of you to do that for awareness, but end up feeling semi-insane afterwards. Yes. Wow. But I think 10 hours is quite doable, right? We've done it a couple of times here. 10 hours, I think is doable. 24, no. Well, unless it's incorporating, nap breaks, live napping on live stream. Or maybe if you have someone to do relay, right? You just switch over to another person. That can be done. But the same person, 24 hours, not a good idea. But unless you're Sarah's doing 48. No sleep. I think this brown is a little bit suspicious. I have a horrible feeling it might not be the correct color. Oh, what will I do then? Because on my chart, it looks pink. But it looks brown here. The current color is 155 that I just finished. This purple. Oh wow, Natty says I have insomnia, so no sleep is fine. I sleep 3 hours every day. Well, I think 3 hours, yes, is kind of short, but if you have quality sleep, the problem is if it's not enough for the body and for whatever reason you can't sleep, it's gonna have that accumulative effect. It's gonna, get to you at some point. Yes, Callum, have some peppermint tea today. Yes, go for it. Peppermint tea. I haven't got it today, but I've got my coffee. Oh yeah. Oh, so Natty, when you do 24 hours, did you have a lot of people coming in? If not, yeah, it can, it can feel even longer if it might feel like 48 hours monologue. So I'm glad you had some guests. Nikki says, take B vitamins, have me awake for a week? Surely that's hyperbole. No one can stay awake for a week, Nikki. Do you mean like, half a day to stay awake? B vitamins, I'm trying to think. Yes, I do take supplements of B complex as well and B12. It's quite important because if you feel fatigue all the time, or it's just good for staying awake. And also I take green tea powder as well. So I drink green tea, but green tea powder is really, really good first thing in the morning. It's very good for sort of alertness. Slightly different from having coffee. I have coffee on top of it, but also let me double check this color. I'm really worried. This color might not be correct. Oh dear, 3688, 3688. We have a situation. Oh yes, we do. I don't know how that happened though. These brown stitches, can you see them? They're everywhere. And it looks brown. It's supposed to be 3688. It's supposed to be this color. Oh dear, that looks totally different. That looks totally different. It's supposed to be this pink. I don't know how I ended up stitching brown. What color is that? And there are quite a few. Oh dear, what shall I do, guys? Oh no! Oh dear. Am I in the fudge zone or something else? Look at this color, 3688. And I don't think I can get away with stitching over it because it's so different. Look, it's this color versus the brown. I don't know where this brown coming from then. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, Rochelle, did we must? Oh, how did that happen? Maybe it was one of the part threads and I didn't check. Oh no, it's green one this time. It's all green ones this time. Captain Squirrel is being kind. But, oh dear. Yeah, it's probably too drastic sort of difference. It's this one versus the brown. How did that happen? Doesn't make sense. And I can't even claim this to be a reverse stitching because I've already left the thread. Oh, there's some really compassionate pink ones, but I like the non-judgmental frogs. But at the same time, Susan says, was it 3A60? No, it's supposed to be 3688. With 3A60, let me have a look. 3A60. Oh, yeah. Susan. 3A60. I think for some reason I misread it. Did I misread it? 3A60? Yeah. It's 3688. 3688. I must have misread it. Oh. Frida says, I think you called out 155. No, 155 would have been a purple. 155 would have been a totally different color. I would have noticed that. I think 3A60 might be the one. For some reason, I just decided it was 3A60. And why? Why would I think that? You know what? Most of the times I'll try to probably deny, but I think even a triple deny is not going to do it in this occasion because the colors are just too different. And these are not like tiny stitches that I can stitch over. These are 14. Occasionally you can just one stitch, but there's so many. There are probably about 10. So I think, you know what? I think it's power tool time. Yeah, it's time for power tool. Oh, guys, I didn't know it was going to come to this, guys. I think this might be the power tool time here. All right, if you've never seen this tool before, cover your ears because this is deafening. Okay, it's going to be really loud. All right, if you have the sound turned on without headphones, I suggest you turn the sound down, way down now, because it's going to be really noisy. Power tools comes with powerful noise. Okay, so here we go. I think I have to, in this occasion, remove these offending stitches. Okay, these brown ones, guys. I'm so sorry. Yes, it has come to this, but for you to witness the power of the power tools, okay? Jackie says, Yogi, is this part of your plan so people can't count your stitches? Well, they can't anyway. You know, I know there's some aliens, they probably, you know, wind back and try to count every single stitch. Or maybe they draw a little line, you know, when I make one stitch, they drawing it and then they count them all. I know there's some weird, you know, aliens out there. But yeah, I think oh dear. So here we go. Dun dun dun, power tool time, everyone. Enjoy. Okay, I don't bring the tool out that often because it's so loud. So cover your ears, guys. I'm gonna get working for a little bit, okay? And you chat among yourselves. You can talk about whatever you want. I'm gonna turn the power tool on. Oh, I'm so sorry, it's so loud. Yes, here we go. Oh man. Yes, it's happening. I might be able to. I can't really do the reverse stitching. This is not a reverse stitching situation. Okay, this is full on froggy time. All right, I have to face the reality from time to time. It's all right. All will be well. Okay, and these are big stitches, so they're quite easy to work on. All right. I don't want to use the F word anymore, but here we are, and this is how it's done. Okay, if you have a power tool out, just wear earplugs so you don't get startled by the noise. I know it's really loud. I'm sorry, neighbors. I know. But my neighbors are understanding. Occasionally, yogis have to get the tool out, the power tool out, and work on some stuff. Okay, it's just for the greater good. So sincere apologies for the noise, and I'm gonna just. Luckily, not that many stitches, right? It could have been much worse. It could have been like situations like this amongst all the other stitches. It will be much harder to do. These ones are nice and easy, okay? And I will erase the evidence, clear up the crime scene, and all will be well. And I'll stitch over them like it never happened, okay? Yes, thank you. Yeah, put on the headphone. I'm so sorry, guys. It's deafening. All right, let me check if there are any more. I think I may have done it. It wasn't too bad, was it? It's just this bit. It wasn't too bad at all. Yes, beautifully done, Yogi. And I just need to let me double check. Yeah, I think they're all gone, aren't they? All the brown ones, other than this bit sticking out. Let me just cut it. Nice. Well, it didn't take very long. All right. And now it's time to put the power tool back in the toolbox, and hopefully, yeah, nicely restful. The power tool. Thank you very much. Unplug. Yes. Now you can turn the volume back on. Okay. It's all good now. All good now. Oh, that was strenuous. I probably burn about at least 5 calories doing that. I think I deserve some chocolate. Do you not think? I think Yogi deserves some chocolate with the power tool action. And you probably burn at least 3 calories just watching it. So have some snacks, okay? I'm gonna grab my chocolate. And snack time, yes. You know, work hard and eat chocolate hard. All right. Yes. Lizzie is now. It's good now. It's good. It's all good. All good. I've turned up the power. Okay. It's all nice. Peace restored. Peace restored. And I'll just I'll mark these stitches before I lose track, so I can stitch them again. All right. Erase the evidence. Clear the crime scene. All good now. All good now. Yes. And like it never happened. What power tool? What power tool are you talking about? No, it was a dream. Yes. Lona says, Yogi, it could have been on 28 count to 32. That would have been horrible. Yes, it would be very hard to frog. And I know that because I had to do a little bit of power tool action with my Christmas project there, okay, behind the scene. So just to spare you from the trauma, and yes, it was challenging with 32 count. Who's got vampire? Oh, because of the soup's got garlic. Jackie says, to distract from Yogi, my traveling library now smells like garlic. I missed some for dinner, and I can't get a smell off my hands. Oh, I see. Well, you see, when we stitch projects like this, cross over so many years, majority of us, you basically etch your life on your fabric. You know, some of us probably have some cat hair stitch as part of the piece, and some may have coffee spillage, and mine probably have some chocolate stain. And Jackie's got garlic. Okay, we all have our crosses to bear. Let me have another piece of chocolate in that case, and try not to stain my fabric this time. Yes, shopping library is now a vampire-free zone. Yes, chocolate time. Join me. It's lovely, yes. I replenish the 5 calories I burned with a vigorous power tool session. Snack, everyone, snack like you never snacked before. Yes, I love a little bit of garlic as well, but maybe not on my fabric, yes. Here we go. Let me have a sip of my coffee as well. Chocolate and coffee is just made in heaven. Oh, so good. Here we go. Now, stitch like nothing ever happened. So, I'm going to redo those stitches, okay? So the stitch count will be the same because I minus them and now I'm putting them back. All right. That's better. This is the correct color. It's really useful actually with the apps because you can cross-reference the swatch. If you're working on paper pattern, you don't have that reference, do you? So if you stitch the wrong color, unless it's very, very wrong, you probably wouldn't know. Here we go. Mark them as I go. Now it's looking a lot better. Lona is having a chocolate mint cookie. Ah, for Yogi, thank you so much. Yes, I can feel it in spirit. The mint chocolate cookie. And Captain says, "Look, looks better already." I know because it's the correct color. That helps. That really helps, Captain. Yes, it blends in a lot better, isn't it? And I'm trying to see if this bit is actually part of the painting yet. No, not yet. So let me turn this on. All right, I'm not at the painting, but it's just interesting, the blend of the colors. I wouldn't expect to see purple and pink in this area, but it just works. It's part of a wall behind the window. Interesting, isn't it? Our eyes kind of blend colors together. It's like a mixer. Here we go. Much better. Alona says, I'm also drinking pumpkin spice coffee. Oh, with a chocolate. We were talking about pumpkin spice the other day. I was wondering whether it tastes like pumpkin as well. But it turned out it's the spices that's used for pumpkin pie, isn't it? It's very unique to America, I think. It's not very popular here. You don't hear about pumpkin spice over here. Because we're thinking, you know, I can imagine having spices, but what does pumpkin taste like in a coffee? Oh no. Oh, hang on, hang on, hang on. I spotted it, so it doesn't count, okay? A very, very speedy reversing here. Okay, just for demonstration purposes. Hey, Vaduhi, welcome. Oh, Vaduhi says, Yogi, when is the demo? Are you referring to Gemma stitches? Yes, sincere apologies. It was meant to happen last Saturday, but I had classes I had to cover for a fellow teacher. So hopefully this Saturday, okay, third time lucky, fingers crossed. First time I was streaming into the wrong stream. So second time I had to cancel. And hopefully this weekend will be a double stream. And I'll do the Gemma Stitches demo for you. Fingers crossed. Yay. Jackie says, color theory is my favorite thing. It's amazing how our eyes perceive things. Yes, it's amazing, isn't it? I mean, thank God optical illusion actually exists. Otherwise, we're going to see very weird things. And there's a blending of colors if it's, if we're far away enough or if the items are small enough. These are little individual pixels. These are quite large, so I actually notice the kind of colors a little bit more. If I'm stitching, 32 counts, maybe not so much, because it's all blended together. And also, probably because being a designer, when I look at a lot of colors, I actually can split colors from a single color. So for instance, this purple looks purple, but I can see a yellow tone on top of it. It's hard to explain. A lot of colors I see sort of a base color, but there's a tone of something else. Our eyes kind of just interpret the colors slightly differently. I think I'm gonna end it here actually. I was thinking about moving the stitches to the right, but I think it's might be wandering a little bit too far. Okay, I think I've fixed the situation. Okay, it's all good now. It's all good now. Oh, Callan's in love with pumpkin spice. It's probably not that easy to get hold of something like that over here, because it's not really a thing. Otherwise, I'd love to try it. So, spices. What kind of spices? Are we talking about cinnamon, nutmeg? What else? It's probably a blend, right? For pumpkin pies. That's my guess. 3861. I want to read the numbers very carefully. When it comes to 4 digits, things get a little bit dicey. I'm not great with numbers. 3861. So you guys can track it for me, okay? So now 668. No, it's not 3861. It's this one. 3861. Cumin. It sounds more Indian rather than. I love cumin as well. So quite a lot of stitches around here on this panel. Here we go. And come to think of it, I probably haven't had curry for a long time for some reason. I love spices, but I get, I don't know whether you get it, particularly if you eat something like Indian curry. I get lightheaded. I literally get lightheaded when there's too much spices, different spices. Not spicy as in hot, just different spices, like Indian spices. I just start to get really lightheaded. Maybe just too much stimulation. My taste bud just doesn't know what to do. Three. And that one. I'm gonna go down actually. It's probably easier. Janine says, I don't think I will put cumin in dessert, but I don't think cayenne was either. And it's a lot of desserts. Most desserts have cinnamon, nutmeg. Yeah, cloves as well. Yeah, I think cumin is probably more savory, for more savory food, and cayenne as well, because it's literally hot pepper, isn't it? But I've seen, I don't know what kind of spices, chili powder, chili spices with chocolate as well. I don't know if it's cayenne pepper or paprika, I can't remember. One of those. Because it's a thing, isn't it? Chocolate and chili. I don't like it. You know, I like my more conventional chocolate flavors with a bit of, you know, nuts or cherries. I don't mind, but anything too adventurous. The other day, a few weeks ago, I got, it's called Sea Dog. It's from the same brand of the chocolate I have all the time, Montezuma. And then it's got a sea salt with, was it lime? I have one piece. I have not gone back to another one yet. It's been weeks. It just tastes funky to me. It tastes a little bit soapy. But I'm thinking that some people might like it. That's why they still make it. It tastes really weird to me. Beth says, I think pumpkin spice is similar to what I think of Christmas spices, cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, and ginger. Yes, ginger is one of those as well. Yes, I kind of get that idea. It's probably not Indian curry spices necessarily, or chili. It's kind of more heartwarming. I like cloves as well. Rajal says, I use Indian spices a lot. Yes, Rajal, I have a tray of spices, and I got this container from a really traditional Indian shop. You know, the metal ones with little dishes, metal dishes. I've got one of those, and it's got double lids, so it's very secure. It keeps the spices really well, and I occasionally top them up. And because the spices keep so well, you can keep them for ages. And occasionally I just take the tray out and crush some spices. You know, I've got all sorts: coriander seeds, celery seeds, cumin, cardamom, all sorts, and some chili powders and dried chilies as well. And it's so nice when I'm in the mood to make something like Indian curry. I can just take the tray out and make it from scratch. It tastes totally different. Lizzie says, I love Indian food as long as the spices are medium to mild. I don't like hot, spicy food at all. But I think spiciness is also very individual, isn't it? Because spicy for me might not be very spicy to some people. And mild for me might be very spicy to some people. It's the tolerance, isn't it? I think the more you have spicy food, the higher the tolerance you build up. Betty says, I like using turmeric to dye fabric. Yes, and also really good in curry as well, spicy food, Indian spices. Yes, but it's beautiful yellow, isn't it? It's really nice. And it's really good for your, as a supplement as well. You can get turmeric as supplement. So good night, Silver, Lizzie. I try to remember. All right, I may take another strand because there are quite a few here. I might as well do it. 3A61. 3A61, I might take two. So it's a little bit longer. A61. And this might be my last color as well, because we're 20 minutes to midnight. But also, this color has got many stitches. If you look at my chart there are quite a few. And we've got really long pieces here. So I'm gonna just keep going and see how far I can take this color. But this will be likely my last colors. Okay, so you can, well, maybe because I'm still stitching for quite a few stitches, so add these stitches to your final count. Okay, so, and if you're new to the chat, guys, we play a game called Guess My Stitches at the end of every stream. And as he says on the tin, just for you to come forward and guess how many stitches I made. So, and if you go, you have no idea, well, me either. So you're in good company. And all you have to do is just come forward and give me a number, you know? Who knows? You might win. Many have. Let me see if I can take these over. Is it a good idea? Yes. All right then. Maybe do one row at a time is more orderly. Natty says, I forget how much I love 1/1 full cross on 28 counts is my favorite right now. Well, everything I stitch at this moment in time is my favorite, but 28 count 1/1 just feels so good, isn't it? There's something about it. 25 is okay, but 25 feels a little bit chunky now. Never thought I'll say that, but and it feels good as well. But 28 is just like, it's so delicate, but so nice to stitch. Yes, I agree. The Danish method. Got pretty long thread here. Callum said, I'm yet to use 28 counts. Oh, to try it, you mean? Yes, you can give it a go. If you're happy stitching 25 counts, you should be fine with 28. It's not that dissimilar in size, but it's just a bit more delicate. It's really nice, kind of lighter to stitch. For me, anyway. So satisfying to stitch this. These 3. I just love the really matte finish of this thread as well, just like CXC. But the texture is different from CXC. Because if I was stitching with DMC, it will be all kind of, it's got that weird glossiness with all these stitches. All right, very nice. I'm going to keep going, okay, guys? A few more stitches. It's feeling really good. We do the Danish method around here because it's literally just filling in all these, the window panel. See, even the last color, but quite a few stitches. I agree, Natty. And also it depends on the fabric as well, because I find it's slightly bulkier if you use pre-gridded fabric, but if you use the plain ones, a DMC one is so light, it's just really lovely. All right. Paris says I went out to dinner with the kids and you're still here. Yes, I know. That's how it works. You know, when we were doing a 10-hour marathon and there were stitchers from Japan came in when we started, and she went to bed, and when she woke up, we were still here. It happens. Natty says almost all my webs are in 10 stitches, makes me so happy when I do 4. I know I had to wander off for a little bit as well, because for over 2 years I was doing full cross, 25 counts, 1/1, to the point of my mind just started to go numb, and I allow myself to wander around doing what I like with 10 stitches and stuff like that, which I never sort of tried before, because in my mind I was thinking, oh, that's kind of a form of cheating. But having tried 10 stitches, I love it. And also, it kind of gives me that reset from full cross. So now I'm loving full cross as well. For a little while, I just didn't want to do it. I just feel like, oh, let me just do 10. But now I love it. I probably do more stitches with the last color than the entire session combined. I have a feeling. Because I can just keep going. It feels so good. Oh, guess my stitch is going to be challenging for you. Because I'm kind of stitching a different pace. I'm speeding up a little bit at the end. Oh, who would have known that? The power tool session kind of, slowed me down a little bit, but not much. Look at me. I'm flying. Callum says, I'm still super new, so I haven't really figured out when to use, but I'm just starting to venture away from kids. Yeah, I've been there. I used to do cross-stitching kids. I didn't even know that you could, just by chance and kit it up yourself. I had no idea. No idea. So it was brand new to me a couple of years ago, maybe slightly more than a couple of years, maybe 3 years ago. And found myself here. It's an adventure. Very nice, look. I might just keep going until I run out of this piece. There's still quite a few stitches here. And it's really wonderful, even though we have a lot of very experienced stitchers. I've been stitching this way for decades, but we also have people who literally just found us from other types of embroidery or, stitching samplers or maybe stitching kits, and found us here and discover this type of stitching. and embark on a new adventure. You never know what you're going to find on the internet. One more row. Fourteen count is like so full, isn't it? Isn't nothing too fancy, but it just feeds your soul. It's solid. And I've got this little piece left, guys. So now might be a good time to start thinking about a stitch count. Okay, regulars know the drill. So if you're new to the chat, all you need to do is come forward and guess how many stitches I've done for this session. And it's a wild guess. Okay, let's face it. It's a wild guess for you, and it's a wild guess for me. I'm surprised, every night by my own stitch count. But it's just the way it works. It's it's a game of chance. All right. And you never know, you might win. So if you win, you get, now we have the special edition of the crowns, okay? And the Christmas edition, and we have the buffet, okay? It's delicious, it's a feast, it's on Sunday night, it's amazing. And also the respect, capital R, from all the stitchers from all over the world and beyond, from other dimensions, because we have some alien stitchers from different portals, okay? So they will be paying you respect as well. And in fact, my next stitch is the last one, okay? Because it's running really short. So this one will be my last stitch of today, and this beautiful Saturday, peaceful, not Saturday, but Sunday evening in the UK here. Let me end my stitch here. This is so pretty. Look at that. Oh, I wonder how many stitches I've done today, because I really, race to the finishing line here. High speed with my high heels. Okay, barefoot. Yeah, there you go. It's my final sprint there, guys. All right, and you still have a few moments to come forward with the numbers, but I can see the numbers flowing in, so it's time to bring on the super duper state of the art guess my stitches machine. If you've never seen this before, you're gonna be shocked, so hold on to your chair, okay? And maybe safety belt. So the safety belt, if you have it, buckle up. There you go. Oh my goodness. Every time I look at it, it takes my breath away. And I'm going to give you a really brief recap here, in case you weren't here in the beginning, okay? And you still have a few moments to come forward and unlurk yourself. I'm speaking to you lurkers to come forward, just offer a number, okay? Random number. We'll do, look at our stitches here. It's completely random. Everybody's wild guess, okay? That's part of the fun. So today, I worked on this piece called Hotel Serenity. That used to be known to me as the hat shop, because it's got a beautiful hat shop. If you don't believe it, here it is. It's a beautiful, beautiful view of this. I think the hotel is the building on the inside beyond the courtyard. And there's a water feature there as well. It's a fountain. And on the outside, there's some shops. If you go to Europe, there will be places like this in Italy, France, something like that, and little boutiques on the outside. And look into the courtyard, maybe a hotel or a restaurant, something like that. So it looks familiar but beautiful. And there's a beautiful bicycle on the bottom right as well. It's just overall a beautiful piece. And let me come back here. So it's a 14 count project here, okay? And it came in as a kit, and I've been working on it slowly but steadily for a few months now. I mean, properly, okay? I had this kit maybe a few years ago, but I didn't start it till very recently. So here we are. This is where I am with this piece here. And let's have a look. Are you ready, guys? Let's look at what submissions have we got today from the top. Pirate is the first, 201. Natty, 256. Jackie, 222. Simone, 257. And Callum, 238. We have Callan and Callum, okay? We need to make distinction between them because all sound the same the way I say it. And Susan, 300. Janine, 215. Callan, 267. Betty, Hankins, 226. Lona, 275. Everybody's around this, 200 to 250. Interesting. And 2 Snowy, 275, Rajal, 215, Frida, 280, and Bess, 222, Ring, 274, and Jamie, 217, and what else have we got? Grace Houston, 295, yes, and Bess, 232, okay, yes. That's the new submission. Captain Squirrel 224, Michelle Fuller 252, and Turkey Lucky, yes, I like it. And 266, and Busy Mom 251, Kimberly 288, Clara 262, Rochelle 237, and Mallory Unlugged 217, and Monique Pitts 294. Guys, are you ready? Let me bring on my app view here. My app does not lie. You know it by now, okay? Other things might lie. I don't know about my hips. Occasionally they lie, but not my apps. It's always honest. Here we go. So this is where I am on the upper left, and the area I've been working on is the second row, first page, okay, ish. That's where I am. So are you ready, guys? Who will be our winner today? And M just came in with the last minute submission, 198. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? 3, 2. Who is going to be our winner on this beautiful Sunday night? And 1. Boom. The grand total of the completed stitches I made today is 288. Kimberly! I just look on the screen and here's Kimberly. Oh my goodness. Spot on. Anyone else? I know some of you come very close. Frida, 280, very close. And 288. I think Kimberly might be the one tonight, right? Am I right? I think I am. Round of applause. 6-300. It just came in just now. Yes, but I think Kimberly is the winner tonight. Yes, amazing. So, crowns, yes. The special edition crowns for Kimberly right here. And yes, Kimberly says wahoo. Not just Yahoo, but wahoo. Yes. Absolutely. Spot on. We don't get this very frequently, okay? Occasionally we get a completely spot on number, which is not easy considering power tools were involved tonight, okay? And you can see, Kimberly, you're a regular by now, and you know what's happening. The feet is coming forward, adoration, respect, and all the delicious food you get to enjoy with Yogi and, Grunchu. I'm going to eat most of it, but you can have some carrots. I'll give you some broccoli as well. And, oh my goodness, the spread is fantastic. And Candace, I think, is aiming for a barbecue, okay? We probably need some sort of barbecue happening here. And chili as well. Cuisine from all over the world we have here every single night with us. And guys, why don't you dig in as well? I think we have tonight enough for for all of us tonight. Let's, oh, and roses as well. Is that edible? And we want edible product, but that's lovely. That's lovely. So, guys, thank you for joining me today. And Kimberly, I hope you enjoy the victory. Okay, it's beautiful. It tastes sweet, doesn't it? It makes everybody wants to win, you know, and we do this every night. So come forward and maybe you're the next winner for tomorrow. Okay, and pineapple, why? Why, oh, why? Okay, but that, okay, yeah, all right, I get it. And maybe some, how about some prawns, okay? There's large prawns, and we've been talking about that. Shrimps, prawns, you know, let's call the whole thing off. Here we go, guys. So this is 5 minutes past midnight here in the sleepy London town. Yogi signing out. Thank you for your beautiful companionship and beautiful chat, and I hope to meet you here tomorrow, Monday and Friday. You know by now we start at a slightly different time, you know, a couple of hours later, and we're here for a spot of stitching. So come join me tomorrow wherever you are, and give me some 99 love. Yes, I see some prawns coming up. Finally. Yes, prawns are protesting now. Yes, we like prawns. And oh, beautiful. So 99 love for us in Europe, all the guys here, and wherever you are, whatever time you are. Happy morning, afternoon, and good night here from London. 99. See you tomorrow. Good night.